I'm going to show you how to reserve your seats and register any children that you may be bringing along to our re-entry service on Sunday, October 4th at Cornerstone. So you will start on our website at cccduncannon.com. On the home page, you'll just scroll down to the first section and you will see two links. They are big, they're teal, to reserve your seats at either the 9 o'clock or 10:30 a.m. service. Now I'm using my laptop for this, but you can do this from a tablet or a phone or any device that you may have. So I'm going to show you how to reserve at the 10:30 service because I will register my children at the same time. At the 9 o'clock service, we will only offer nursery and toddler care for children aged 3 and under. If you are bringing older children to the 9 o'clock service, they are very welcome to sit with you in the auditorium. You'll just need to make sure that you save a seat for them as well. But I'm going to show you the 10:30 service so you can see how to register any children for our Camp Cornerstone programs. So you'll click on the link for whichever service that you choose, and it will open up a registration page. We are using Eventbrite. So if you're familiar with Eventbrite, it works the same way as any other event that they have. If not, it's very easy, so you should get the hang of it in no time. On the home page for our event, you can see the date and the time of the service that you are registering for. And on this page, there's lots of information about the event that I encourage you to read. Just to point out one important note, in order to properly sanitize and clean everything, we are asking that you arrive no earlier than 15 minutes prior to the service time that you are registering for. So for the 10:30 service, that would be at 10:15. For the 9 o'clock service, that would be 8:45. This just gives our sanitizing team the time that they need to make sure everything is clean and ready for the next service that's coming up. There's other information that you can read in here as well that may be helpful for you. But when you're ready to register, you click on the green register button, and that will bring up the screen where you can select what you need. So for my family, my husband and I will be sitting in the gym during the service, so we need 2 seats. So we're going to reserve 2 here. Now, if you're not bringing any children with you or everyone is sitting together, you can skip the Camp Cornerstone add-on and just select Get Your Tickets. But if you are bringing children, I have one in the nursery and one in lower elementary, so I will add those. If you're not sure where your kids go, all of the ages are added here in the descriptions of each area. And we did change the ages slightly for our middle school class to cover upper elementary as well, just to make sure we can properly spread out and everyone has a space. Our youth Sunday school is also restarting on Sunday, October 4th at 10:30 a.m., but youth in grades 7 through 12 do not need to pre-register. They also will not need a seat in the auditorium. Odie will take care of their information when they get to the youth room for Sunday school, so they are free to just show up at this time at 10:30. Again, if they're coming to the 9 o'clock service or they choose to not participate in the youth Sunday school class, then you would need a class or a seat for them as well. So I have my nursery reservation, my lower elementary reservation, 4 tickets total for my family of 4. So I would click Get 4 Tickets, and it will bring up a seating chart. Now, what you will notice on this chart, this is how our chairs will be set up for at least the first several weeks. We may make a few changes along the way. What this seating chart does not show you is that between each row, there will be 6 feet of space. So we will be properly spaced to keep everyone safe and make sure there is enough distance between parties. Because Eventbrite is usually used for conferences or concerts, they like to recommend the best seat in the house. So for my family, that is front row, center stage. But this may not be where you want to sit on a Sunday morning. So you are able to adjust where your tickets are. If you are fine with the seats that they suggest, then you can go down here and click on Checkout and Proceed. But if you'd like to change your seats, you click on Edit Tickets. My husband and I like to sit a little farther back, and because there's only 2 of us, this brings up an interactive seating chart, so you can use the plus and minus sign to make it bigger or smaller. Because there's only 2 of us, we're going to select seats in section 1, which are for 2 people only. So to change these seats, you would click on the seats that Eventbrite suggested, and you can see that they are disappearing in my order summary. And I'm going to select row D in section 1, row D, seat 1 and seat 2, and you can see that they have now appeared under my tickets. And I can check my order summary: 2 worship service seats, 1 nursery and toddler registration, and 1 lower elementary registration. So that's everything I need. You would click on checkout to proceed. Of course, there's no charge or no fee for any of this. On the next page, to choose your delivery method, this page, it doesn't actually matter. We are not going to be collecting any tickets. I do recommend the e-ticket option because you will get a confirmation email that you are able to make any changes that you need to your registration from that email. But if you choose to select will call, that's fine as well. It doesn't really matter for what we're doing. So you would click on continue at the bottom. And on this page, we need to capture some contact information. So if you have an Eventbrite account, it will autofill the information for you. But if you do not have an account, you would just need to type everything in. So I would type my name and my email where I want to receive the confirmation and confirm that email. And then we are going to ask if you are bringing children for Camp Cornerstone to capture their information as well. This is so we can make sure we get your children checked in properly, that we have any information that we may need about them, such as emergency contacts or allergies already in our system. And if we don't, we have your email address that we can contact you and make sure we have that information updated before they come and are in our care. So the nursery and toddler registration is for my daughter, so I would type her name in. Unfortunately, you do need to type the email address again. This is an Eventbrite policy. We have tried to get around it as many ways as we can, but it's a minor inconvenience. And then my daughter's date of birth. And date of birth is very important also because it allows us to make sure that children are registered for the correct room. They're going to the space that is best suited for them. So I have my daughter's information in, and then I move on to the lower elementary. This is for my son. And you can actually copy the information from above. So I don't need to type that email again. I just need to change the first name for my son and update date of birth for him. Or if you would like, you can type the information again as well. There's just a little shortcut to copy the data. And then ticket 3 and 4, we are going to ask for the attendees' names that are attending the worship service. This is simply so that we can make sure we don't have any duplicate registrations in the first few weeks. I know that we are really excited to move back inside, so there may be a situation where I register for our seats, but I don't tell my husband, and he registers for the seats as well, because we can't wait. We want to make sure we get everything set up and registered, and now we are taking double the amount of seats. And so we will be able to see that. We'll flag that on our end at the church office and can reach out and contact you and make sure that you are getting the seats that you want, but that you're also not taking extra seats that could be used for someone else. So again, you can type in the information or copy it from one of the other fields and just update the names. So I'll put my name in and my husband's name in. I'm using the same email address for everyone, so you don't need to put in, if you and your husband have separate email addresses or you're coming with a friend and registering with them, you can choose how you want to do that. Down here at the bottom, you can also choose if you want to get any additional emails from Eventbrite, but it's totally fine to uncheck those boxes so you don't get more emails in your inbox. And then at the end, you can just verify that you have everything you need in your summary and click register. This will bring up a confirmation page, and you don't need to print or save the confirmation page, but I do recommend that you wait for it to pop up on your screen just to make sure everything went through correctly. Once you see the screen, you are finished with your registration. You have your seats for the worship service. And again, be on that lookout for the confirmation email so that if you do need to make any changes, you can do so from that email. Of course, if you have any questions, you run into any problems, or you need any assistance along the way, please reach out to us at the church office. You can call us at 717-834-4641 or send us an email to office@cccduncannon.com. You can also reach out to us on social media, and we would be happy to answer your questions or help you get through this process. We are doing our best to make this as easy and painless as possible, but again, we are here to help you along the way as well.